I would pick such bad fights, and that is not normal for me. Oh my god, mom, I know shit. I was spiraling. Then mental health is gonna just fix itself, right? Wrong. Parents really fail to recognize that. Now that I know anything about being a parent, issue would not even require that much attention. Like, why you gotta do that? Oh my god. And all of a sudden, everything is annoying me. That it went straight into my chest. Being able to express anger is a fucking privilege. What if this is gonna, temper the friendship? You know what? That's okay. I had learned to be so fucking strong and so unbothered. What the fuck are you speaking? We absolutely hated it. Something in me healed when I realized this. No matter how messy, how twisted, how confusing it is, blood is thicker. And that is exactly the feeling I will be chasing to perform. Hey everyone, welcome back to my little bubble. I honestly do not remember where I stopped last because if you didn't know this by now, I pretty much suck at posting and filming in real time. So by the time you would have seen this video, I do not know what the previous video is. But for now, the context is I have 1 week left to go back into my hellhole, leave the most beautiful city on this planet Earth, Hyderabad. There's so many things that I want to talk about, especially about this trip, right? So, you know how I said that I was really intentionally trying to make myself feel better and get out of this rut instead of just naturally being like, okay, it's just gonna get better someday. I'm just gonna keep waiting for it. My first step for this was coming to India. It was the most impromptu thing ever because I literally had to book my tickets a week before I was flying out, and that is not normal for me because I am someone who books my India tickets 6-7 months in advance. That's how much I'm planned and prepared. But this was the first time. It was very impromptu and it was very much required because, like I said, I was spiraling so bad. Every single day was bad. And so I really wanted to go to the place where I feel the most celebrated, where I feel safe, where I feel home. And that is obviously just one place for me. I was super excited to come here. I was like, I'm gonna go on a whole health kick. I'm gonna go to gym, Pilates. I'm gonna focus on my physical health, and mental health is gonna just fix itself, right? Because you're gonna be in India, you're gonna be home, you're gonna be with your family. What can go wrong? Wrong. A lot of things can go wrong. When you've been living away from home for that long precisely being 5 years in my case, so much you change as a person. Even if you're speaking to your parents on a daily basis, even if you're meeting them once every year for almost a whole month or even 2 months, right? There's so much you change as a person that you almost forget how it was living. You're only obviously focusing on the good. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's not good. It's great, it's the best. I will do it all over again. But what I'm trying to say is there's a sense of independence that you kinda sorta lose. And not in a way like my parents are not sending me out and all of that. It's just in decision making. Even the smallest things. Like, sure, you're an adult now and all of that. But parents really fail to recognize that. And that's not a bad thing because for them, they want kids to stay kids for as long as possible. Not that I know anything about being a parent, but from all of my analysis and observation skills, this is what I understood. So they're always trying to tell you how to make your life better, what to do. And at that point, you're like, oh my god, mom, I know shit. Like, I've been living by myself. So there's that minor issues that come here and there. So it's definitely not easy. You need a lot of patience. I need to unlearn to be that independent and rely on them because they do like it. They like it when you rely on them a little. The other thing is, from the day I came here, I had so much fun, right? I absolutely love them with all my heart. But once in every 3 days, I would pick such bad fights over nothing. Like that issue would not even require that much attention. But I would just randomly like start getting mad and showing my anger like why do you gotta do that, why can't you do this, why can't you do that, the basicest things. I'm not talking about something like really huge, I'm talking about something very like minuscule, something very small. And the whole time I was like, oh my god, I've been like so calm when I was in the US. I've not had these anger issues. But then I step into this house And all of a sudden, everything is annoying me. And this whole time, I was like, what the hell? This is not me. But this morning, I woke up and it hit me so fucking bad. Like it went straight into my chest because it was so bad. The realization that being able to express anger is a fucking privilege that I did not have. I was trying to draw comparisons in my life, right, to understand how I came to this realization. And I realized that I had to really shrink myself to fit in the US. Like, not exactly to fit in, but like with people, like be it roommates, be it friends, be it classmates, be it colleagues, whoever. I really had to make sure that I was taking a lot of things into consideration, being nice and being like, which is all good. I'm not saying that's wrong, but it was never really me. Like when I was mad at something, when I didn't like what someone did, I couldn't express it because I was like, what if this is gonna, temper the friendship? What if this is gonna make them feel bad? And what if they would not wanna, they would not like it? And I became such a big people pleaser in this whole phase that I stopped thinking about what I'm getting from these people in return and only focus on what I'm giving. Like, how am I to them? Am I being nice? Are they enjoying my company? Are they feeling involved? Are they feeling loved? But I never once stopped to think, if I am feeling myself, if I am able to express, if I am able to feel loved, because there were so many times I was not, and I was just like, you know what? That's okay. That's just, people are just busy. Let me not nitpick it. At least they're there, and just move on with that. I could not be me. I could not show my emotions. Even if I'm disappointed, even if I'm angry, even if I'm sad, I had to learn to cut that shit down and move on with a smile. I had learned to be so fucking strong and so unbothered and so nonchalant throughout my journey in the US that I didn't realize how liberating it is to be home, how liberating it is to just, I'm sure this is not a pleasant experience for them, because my mom and dad, who are 100% gonna be watching this video, are gonna be like, what the fuck are you speaking? We absolutely hated it. I do not care what privilege, how liberating you felt. We hated it. We didn't want you to yell at us. But I just realized that we take it so much for granted that something in me healed when I realized this. I'm probably not able to say it right or put it in the right words, but the minute I realized it, I felt so bad. I was feeling so guilty for behaving the way I was behaving all this while, right? But something in me really healed because that's what made me feel like these are my people. Like I was able to show my anger because I know there's no consequence, which is, yes, taking them for granted, but it also made me feel so safe and so mindless. Like I wasn't thinking about anything. I was just like expressing my emotions left, right, and center. And I think that is home. And as chaotic, as messy, and sometimes as unstructured and unorganized as it looks, to your very structured, routine, calm, and composed life that you're trying to build, there is a beauty in this. There's realness, there's raw, real love that I will not find anywhere else. Because of all these realizations, I woke up and I was so grateful, so grateful for the family that I have. And that is for everyone. For everyone with a family, no matter how messy, how twisted, how confusing it is, you really have to know that it is truly always just your family. There's no one else. Blood is thicker all the time. And I think this was a realization that I very much needed. And I'm very grateful I've had this realization instead of just going back and being like, oh, why was I always just in a bad mood when I was home? Which is not true because it was like 1 out of 4 days or like maybe an hour that was the whole bad mood phase. But the majority of it, it was so wholesome and so home. I don't know how many times I said this word, but home. And that is exactly the feeling I will be chasing. If a certain someone, a certain place, a certain experience, certain situation, if it doesn't make me feel home, I don't want it. I don't want it in the long run, and I'm not gonna put in more than 2 seconds worrying about that. Anyways, thank you for coming to my TED Talk, but that's all I gotta say for today. Hopefully, see you in the next. Bye. Mom, dad, and of course, my stupid little brother. I love you guys with all my heart. I would trade everything I have in life to be able to be in the same room as you guys and argue and fight and yell at you guys for being so annoying and so irritating and be able to hug you. Consider this my public apology for being so controlling. I'm sorry, I get it from you guys. You have to take the blame a little yourself because you made me. This is your creation.